while I was meditating was something that was like super simple to almost everybody else around me that seemed a lot, I don't know, it seemed to make my life a lot better. And I don't know why more people haven't realized this. But I was, how did this happen? That's right, I was at the gym and I was doing, lat raises like this. And I think I had like the 20s in each hand. And I was lat raising, I was like, dang, this feels easy. And I did it, I got like 17 or 18 reps. I don't remember exactly what the number of reps was, but I remember it was higher than 15. And I was like, my next set I grabbed the 25s because, I felt like the 20s were too easy. And I got like, how many was it? Like 10 reps, but that was still good. So, the rest of the time I was at the gym that day, I had this, like, the biggest smile on my face. I was so happy that I moved my lat raise up 5 pounds. And for a lot of people, that's just something where you go, I moved my lat raise up 5 pounds, that's pretty cool. But, for me, I had this, like, in those movies, like, the dumbass smile. That's what I was like, I felt so happy that I had just moved up my lat raise by 5 pounds. And it made me, like, even remembering it, I still feel happy. But it made, like, the rest of my day so much better knowing I moved my lat raise up 5 pounds. And, that is what I really realized from, sitting in this very bed, sitting on the wall back here and meditating, grabbing my journal before I go to sleep and gratitude journaling, is it has made me more aware to all the little things in life that happen that are super nice, like making the lateral raise move up by 5 pounds, maybe doing 2 more reps than I could last week with bench press, or getting a new PR in squats, which is crazy right now. Trust me, my squat is crazy. I want to tell everybody this because I'm super proud of it, but my squat is at 405 pounds. That's really good, especially for a 15-year-old. 405 is crazy. Anyways, back to the video. So yeah, that's really what I've seen through meditation and gratitude journaling is those little good things get like blown up super much. If like the little thing was this big, but if it was a good thing, it gets blown up to like this big for me. And if it's a bad thing, it kind of gets shrunk down. Which is what I think everybody kind of, I don't know, what is the word for it? Like, they don't recognize it. They don't really acknowledge the fact that this is super good. Because, you see all these people talk about how, meditation clears your mind, it enhances your breathing, it helps with keeping your emotions in check. And when it does all that, yes, it does all that. But, the meditation, the gratitude journaling, everything that I do for my mental health now, it also, it helps me appreciate those little things in life, It helps me appreciate the fact that there are so many things in life that I can achieve, and even those little, like, small improvements are so much more gratifying to me now that I've started meditating and gratitude journaling. And what I've realized throughout most of my life is that, especially as, like, a kid, whenever you hear something, you start to realize that thing happening more often. Like, especially whenever you hear a new word. You know how when you hear a new word or you learn what a new word means, you feel like you start to hear it everywhere? Well, we know that that's your brain, that it is actually, like, especially since it just learned it, it is, like, focusing on seeing that thing because it's kind of in your mind, so you see it more. But the thing is, if I can put this in your mind, you might start to get the same feelings that I did more. Sorry, my hands are so big right now. But, it's gonna be, like, super fun when you finally start to realize that little things are so happy to you, because might have put this in your mind by telling you this, and you might feel it now too, but that's a good thing. All of these things are good things that I talk about, and you start to do them, and it I don't know why this isn't talked about more, because especially in meditation, you talk about the fact that the big problems start to feel smaller and the little problems start to feel insignificant. But we never talk about how the small benefits start to feel bigger. The fact that you can be just like super ecstatic moving up 5 pounds in lateral raises is not something that they talk about a lot, even though it should be, because I've just realized the quality of life for me has went so far up as soon as I started realizing all these like good things that have happened to me. I started actually looking for the positive. I go outside and there's snow on the ground. I found that it's easier for me to enjoy being in company with other people because I can see those little things they've done. Especially one of the things is my friend, he's over there, he's on self-improvement, even though he's not perfect, he just started, but I can see the fact that he's actually lost a lot of weight, and even though it might not be noticeable for a lot of people, I can see that, his muscles kind of went from pretty flat, except for my shoulder. My shoulder's huge, so don't look at my shoulder, but his muscle kind of went from like this, kind of flat, and now he's like here. It's like you can see the bumps start to form, and I get super excited for him, like more than he does, because I can see the fact that his biceps are starting to form. I can see the fact that he's lost weight, and just seeing those little things in him has made me super excited, because I made his workout plan. I helped him start this whole journey, so I feel like almost that his journey is my journey, and if he succeeds, I can feel like I helped him with that, and so I get super excited for him just by that. But it also made me realize that meditation and gratitude journaling help me see the good in other people. The fact that instead of saying, oh, he's fat, and oh, he's not very, he has a little bit of muscle but not a lot, I see that now, oh my goodness, he's lost weight and his muscles are starting to show, and that's incredible. So it helps you see sorry, it helps you see the good in people instead of really just looking for, because as humans, we're very negative creatures. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold coming on, but as humans, we're very negative creatures. We always try to look for what's wrong in the world, and while that was a survival instinct thousands of years ago, that primal part of our brain is still looking for everything that's wrong with the world. It's not really the healthiest thing now, especially, and it really hurts your quality of life to do when you start to look for all that is wrong in the world, because, that's just not really good for you to do, because one, it ruins your quality of life, because you get very anxious and nervous because you see all these problems in the world, and two, it might ruin other people because you're not very positive. You see everything that's wrong, you don't look for what's right ever. So I talked about this in another video about how to make friends, and how looking for bad things and insulting people genuinely is a very bad idea to make friends and keep them. So with meditation, your quality of life just skyrockets just by the fact that you are able to see more good in the world, which is just honestly a really underrated part of meditation and gratitude journaling, and all these mental health things that people don't talk about, is that the world just starts to seem better, which that is incredible. just the fact that everything around you just starts to seem a little bit better. It's something that can help you so greatly, especially if you're struggling with mental health problems like depression and anxiety. Just doing a little bit and seeing that everything starts to be a little bit better is always so good. But, you know, I gotta tell you, the only way that you're ever gonna really get these benefits, get these, um, you know, feelings is by getting in your meditation spot every day, writing in your journal every day, taking the time to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, every day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.